Right, we're finally here with F1 22 Zandvoort. There's 5 episodes left: Monza, Singapore, Austin, and Mexico. So yeah, this series is doing pretty good all of a sudden, because I uploaded the French Grand Prix video. It got 200 views, and the Hungarian Grand Prix video got 140 views. So I'm like, yeah, it's giving motivation to continue this series, which I know at least 5 people have watched it to the fullest. Anyways, you see we just about made it to Q2, and yeah, we rode the curb too much. We spin. Codemasters, can you please add anti-stalls to the game, make it a bit more realistic? And right here you can see we're just charging up the battery, just loading it up to at least 70%, because I think battery usage throughout the lap here in Zandvoort's 80%. So yeah, here we go, crossing the line now, 1:56.7, really good lap time. Not even Max Verstappen could do that in a W11. Anyways, now going through the final banking, you can see we're 40 seconds up on our lap time, which doesn't really count. Right here, we are gonna set a lap time that's okay enough to be in the top 5, a 1:11.7. But I wasn't confident with this lap time, so I actually did go for another run. And this time, yeah, we're 4/10 up, which is pretty good. And we actually get provisional P1 for Q2. Well, I wouldn't really call it provisional P1. We'll just say we finished in P1 for Q2. And I think that Alex Albon there, Charles Leclerc was actually on his final run. And then Ricciardo exiting the pits, that's my fault. But anyways, yep, Ricciardo is out, so is Leclerc. Tsunoda's in. And yeah, Q1 and Q2 have been pretty difficult for me. Q2 only. Actually, yeah, Q1 I was almost eliminated. But now Q3 is where it becomes tough. Our first run is actually on scrub tires, because I was saving the new set for Q3, for the final run, I mean. And you can see here, we're not doing too good right now. We're quite slow going through this corner, actually. The throttle is very late. It's just a very bad lap, but it's on scrub tires. I'm going to go to fresher set for the final run and just obliterate the field. Right now, crossing the DRS point, opening DRS, and it's a 1:11.6, 1/10 quicker than our Q2 time, but actually no, 3/10 slower. But yeah, we're going to go on a final run, this time on the freshest pair of tires, and you can see we're immediately 4/10 quicker and setting a purple first sector. Really nice. And now we're 4/10 ahead of George Russell, setting a pretty great lap time. We're now 8/10 ahead, and we're getting a mini slipstream from Perez and Tsunoda. We're not close enough to have a distraction in their dirty air. Actually, I think this range is dirty air, and if you're near it, it's a slipstream. But we're 8/10 up, and it's gonna be pole position. But I actually have a penalty for the race, so it's not really pole position. Yeah, that was pretty good. You're actually a 10th ahead of Carlos, which is very good. Yeah, the Ferrari is definitely the faster car in the grid now. For the past few races, it's been Red Bull on the R&D tree. Now it's definitely Ferrari, even though it still says Red Bull. So yeah, heading to the race tomorrow. Alonso's actually on pole because the top 7 have grid penalties. So yeah.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, it's even easier to find the Dutch fans, as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with a 678 metre main straight heading into turn 1, Tarzan Corner. And on that straight with DRS open, that'll be the best overtaking opportunity on this track. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Bottas, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Vettel. Russell, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Tsunoda, Perez and Lance Stroll. Ocon, Mick Schumacher. Guan Yu Zhou, they've taken a grid penalty. Maverick. Ricciardo, Magnussen. Lando Norris, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Charles Leclerc. Gasly and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Maverick. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances. But what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another good race today.
Right, so yeah, we're gonna be starting P14 on the grid. Doesn't seem that bad. I can probably make it onto the top 5 because, well, yeah, the cars ahead of me are also quite slow. Let's say we did a jump start, but it doesn't really matter. It's the formation lap, mate. Anyways, releasing the car now. We're gonna be doing a medium hard, medium stop. I think I was supposed to do that in the last race in Hungary, but I ended up not doing that. Oh my god, what was I thinking? Anyways, we're gonna line up on the grid. Is it gonna be purple? Yeah, it's purple. There we go. The rest of the cars, you know, lining up as they should. And we are ready for 1. I can't see the lights. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And the Dutch Grand Prix is go. We get a pretty good start. Carlos Sainz gets a flyer on Fernando Alonso. He gets past Alonso into turn 1 because he's on the soft compound. Alonso's on the medium. As you can see, there 3 wide. Mick Schumacher makes contact with Stroll, loses the back end. There was almost a crash there between me and him as we run really wide just to avoid Stroll and also carry more speed on the exit. Right now I can see George Russell just falling behind, and there's not enough room for me here to make a move, so I have to back off. So yeah, very hectic start. You can see Sergio Perez behind me right now. Yeah, he runs wide onto the grass and causes a minor pile up there. What did he do? I'm guessing he rode on the curve. He tried to make a move on the outside. That's pretty dumb to do. I don't know why he did that. You can see now the onboard of Daniel Ricciardo, who is starting on the soft compound tires. A few people starting on the soft. George Russell's actually starting on the hard, so that's interesting. I think his first stint will probably be very long, as Fernando Alonso has fallen almost out of DRS range of Carlos Sainz, probably because of the soft compound tires Carlos has strapped on, and he's on the mediums. Valtteri Bottas in P3. What's up, mate? Yeah, very interesting top 10 right now. Sergio Perez way down in P19 after starting in 9th. As we see the replay on board of Carlos Sainz and lap 1 getting past Fernando Alonso. This was purely down to the soft tires having more grip. As you can see there, Alonso actually had the better start. He did not close the door enough to defend a move from Carlos there. He probably could have squeezed it down the inside, but here's Mick Schumacher's view. You can see he gets a pretty good start. Now he's 3 wide with Sebastian Vettel, with Lance Stroll and George Russell. And yeah, he makes contact with Stroll. I think that's, I don't know, it's between him or Stroll's fault. I can't really tell. But anyways, now Esteban Ocon right ahead of Mick Schumacher. We're going to be seeing Checo Perez in a bit, just going off the track. I don't know how he did that. That's why we're going to look at the onboard. He just runs wide. I think that's down to understeer maybe, and Kevin Magnussen loses his end plate. Yeah, he had a pretty good race in Hungary, and now he's dropped to the back of the field. Great. So yeah, right here we have Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen. Alonso is actually going to retire from the race after starting on pole. This man is just very unlucky. Thank God he's going to Aston Martin next year. Yes, he's going to Aston Martin, even in this world. Valtteri Bottas is in the podium places now. Can he stay there? No, because Lewis Hamilton's behind him. But yeah, Alonso's out of the Dutch Grand Prix. And yep, Bottas is not going to be keeping his podium spot. He locks up and runs wide. He doesn't just lose one position, he loses 3 positions, and he's now down to P6. Well, he has a chance on Yuki Tsunoda, but I doubt that any good will be made out of that. As you can see right there, he's just ahead of us in our onboard, and we get past George Russell. Brilliant move, using the wider line. I'm copying real life, using the wider line, you know, carrying more speed on the exit. I want to be carrying more exit. But yeah, we're just right behind Lance Stroll now. We can't really overtake in these parts of Zandvoort. You can only overtake on the 2 bankings and the 2 DRS zones. And probably right here. As we try to set up a switchback move on Stroll, but yeah, we're just way too far behind. I love doing that switchback move on rFactor 2. That's why I'm trying to set it up here multiple times in the race. As we go down the inside of Stroll, we back out, but Stroll locks up. And yep, we do get ahead of him. And we're now up into P7 in just 3 laps. We climbed 7 positions in 3 laps. That is very good. And it's time to close up on Yuki Tsunoda, but we're gonna look at Lewis Hamilton's onboard right now. You can see here, he sets up a pretty good move on Valtteri Bottas, but Bottas just locks up under pressure. He has PTSD from the Mercedes days, and here's Bottas' rear wing view. You can see there, yeah, he just locks up and Lewis is finally alongside him. Wow, it's very realistic, this game is. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna see Sebastian Vettel's onboard view right now. Yeah, I can see here. Lewis pulls alongside Valtteri, and Valtteri just crumbles under pressure. This is the most realistic thing I've ever seen on this game. Like, wow. And now we're in lap 5, trying to get past Yuki Tsunoda in his Alpha Tauri. Should be fairly simple. Yeah, and here's Max Verstappen now trying to get past Carlos Sainz, because Carlos is on very, very old and worn soft compound tires. We know what happens to the soft tires. I have to pit 3 times in Paul Ricard. But we're alongside Yuki Tsunoda now, and we get past Yuki Tsunoda. Very simple. Alpha Tauri, blah 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 blah. Anyways, yep, finally got past the young Japanese man and Valtteri Bottas. We have sights on Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel right now before the pit window. Forgot which side the pit window was. But here's Max Verstappen trying to get past our teammate Carlos Sainz. He's gonna pull alongside and he's gonna do it. Carlos actually locks up. Damn, what's up? What's up with these guys locking up when there's someone alongside them? But can Carlos fight back? Because he's still within DRS range. And I think we're going through the detection point right about now. But yeah, 8/10 is way too far behind to possibly make a move. And he goes into the pits. Carlos Sainz has pitted, y'all, at lap 7 of the Dutch Grand Prix. They're changing to the medium tires. And yep, we almost make a move on Bottas, but we pull out to try and go on the outside. Because if we will go on the inside, we push him wide, we might lose time. And yep, right now, yeah, just stuck behind is Alfa Romeo. Zandvoort is a very tight circuit. You know, you can't really just, you know, go for a dive here or there. It's not like Silverstone. Yeah, you can pretty much overtake anywhere in Silverstone apart from Maggots and Beckett's. But not here in Zandvoort, no. I'm just yapping. I'm a professional yapper. I think right here we're gonna be setting up another switchback and see we're alongside and we make contact. We try to set the switchback. I could have went around the outside. Oh, actually, yes, we are about to get the switchback. No, we're not using battery though, so yeah. That was we should have just used our battery there and got around the outside of them. Right here though, covers our line. We're just stuck in a train of a Finnish man and a German. Anyways, DRS time on Valtteri Bottas. We are literally alongside him right now. We're gonna be going down the ins. Why did I back out of that? Why? They say why did I back out of that move? Why? I seriously don't know why I backed out of that. We try the outside here by going wide. And we have sights on him. We're literally alongside. We get past Valtteri Bottas right here. I don't know which corner is this, but it's in sector 1. We successfully make the move around the outside. We go on the curve a bit. But yes, we do. Now we have sights on Sebastian Vettel and his Aston Martin. Took us a bit. And here you go. Here's George Russell getting past Yuki Tsunoda. No, Tsunoda is actually containing Russell. Ooh. Nice defending from the AlphaTauri driver, as Sebastian Vettel is the next target. And we are really close now. We might be able to get a move done on this lap, as yeah, we're literally 3/10 behind Sebastian Vettel right now. This should be an easy pass. We're gonna try the outside. No, we're gonna try the inside now. No, Patchy, we're not getting past him that much. Actually, we're gonna try around the outside. Nope. Yep, he forces us wide. You can see there George Russell gets the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. I probably should have utilized my ERS right there, but I didn't, and that's a shame. It's time to try and get him the hard way. I like how I said earlier that it's really hard to get past in Zandvoort unless it's in the DRS zone, but I did a much harder overtake on Valtteri Bottas than I would have in turn 1. It's whatever. I am blanking out. I am going into the 4th dimension. Rocket powered Mohawk intensifies. We're gonna switch up. We're gonna set up a switchback. Doesn't work. Oh, it actually will. Will it work? We have DRS now. We're gonna go round the outside of Vettel. No, we don't get alongside him enough, but yes, we do. We go right here, and we're finally ahead of Sebastian Vettel, escaping the midfield train. And it's how Valtteri Bottas who has to deal with George Russell. No, George Russell has to deal with getting past the midfield train. Yeah, we're actually building a huge gap to Sebastian Vettel now, about 5/10. Can Russell get past Bottas this lap? Not quite. Yes, actually he will. Wow, what a move from George. Yeah, well, great race pace. Unlike me, I'm struggling a bit, probably because the tires are also a bit old. So here's the onboard of George Russell now. You can see here, this was him overtaking Yuki Tsunoda. Yep, really good move. 10 out of 10. He should go on America's Got Talent. Actually, British Got Talent, because he's British. There we go. Getting past Sebastian Vettel, who locks up. What is up with them locking up when they're alongside them? I don't get it. And here's Valtteri Bottas. What can he do in Sebastian Vettel? He makes an audacious move. Doesn't work. He makes contact with Yuki Tsunoda now. If this was real, oh, there's a bit of a pause there. If this was real, Bottas would be given life imprisonment. Not really, but yeah, this would just be very bad and dirty driving. As Yuki Tsunoda gets past Valtteri Bottas, who's having a nightmare race right now. And there's Lance Stroll, not really quite getting past Valtteri Bottas. But here's Esteban Ocon now, who goes down the inside of Lance Stroll, but Stroll fighting back. He's behind on the DRS detection point, so he will, actually both of them will get DRS, won't they? No, Ocon's not getting it, wow. Stroll now, getting on the outside of Ocon. No, yeah, is he? No, he's not going to. Ocon keeps that position well. And it's time for me to come to the box. You know, the tires are quite old, so that's why we're struggling to get past the midfield drivers. We're going on the hard tire right now, so our final stint can just be a pure push on the mediums, as thank God we had a large enough gap not to be held up by them. And here's Carlos Sainz, who just pitted a few laps ago. He's now behind a massive train. I think the undercut will not work for him, because if he were to pit earlier than Verstappen, he would come ahead. But it's not working out for him right now, and our tires are really cold on exit right here. Just look at that. We have a huge moment which could have been really bad. I've been having serious heating issues this whole season. And here's Carlos Sainz, who runs into the grass. That happened to, what's his name? That happened to Sergio Perez earlier on in the race. And now what happened to Carlos Sainz? Everyone's having a moment in the race, aren't they? Apart from Verstappen and Hamilton. Seeing them in 1 and 2 is giving me 2021 flashbacks. And here's Carlos Sainz. Yeah, this was just a human error. This was just a mistake. Actually, AI error. Because this is AI, it's not human. Anyways, here's Checo Perez rear wing view. And yep, Carlos just understeers there. Yeah, I can see him right there. I don't really think it's understeer. I saw him make a bit of a correction with the wheel earlier. And yeah, we've caught up to him on lap number 15 with DRS. It's gonna be quite the battle, me and him. We've had a lot of encounters this season. Well, actually, no. The battles start here and it continues in Monza and Zandvoort. Well, yeah. Anyways, we're trying to get past him right here, right now. We're on the hard tires, so it's gonna be quite hard. Get it? Actually, yeah, it will be quite hard. But, you know, later on in the lap, you're gonna have DRS behind him. It's not close enough. Why is it off? No, past me. Why didn't you turn that on? That was like my lap in fucking Baku. As getting real close. They're almost colliding wings. Carlos is actually on older tires than me, and he's gonna pit way earlier as well. So right now we have DRS, but it's not close enough. 3/10 is not close enough to get past our teammate. You can see right there, we're just way too far behind. It's also because we're on the same power unit. As right here again, lap 17 through the banking, DRS open for me. We're much closer this time, and actually of range to overtake Carlos Sainz. We're gonna go down the inside. Nope. Yes, we do. Can we make it done? Yes. No, Carlos will get the better exit. No, we will get the better exit, but yeah, he closes the door into turn 3. I think that's turn 3. I can't memorize the names of turns. I haven't memorized a single turn since ever since I started watching F1 back when I was 3 or 4, around that age. Here we go, DRS open on Carlos Sainz. Battery utilizing it as well. Nope, not close enough. Well, it's close enough, but it's tight in that corner, so if we attempted an overtake, we might have crashed. Yeah, this time we should be able to get it done. We are less than 3/10 behind Carlos right here after the banking. DRS open. Can we finally get past our teammate? We're gonna set up a move for the outside. Will Carlos try to squeeze us out? Yeah, he's kind of closing the door. Yes, he does. We actually make contact with his rear wheel. That is tragic. This is gonna be causing team turmoil. We're fighting versus Lewis Hamilton in the championship. He should let me by, but he comes into the pits right about when I was gonna overtake him. George Russell now comes into the mix, but yeah, he's useless. He's not gonna get past me. He's just gonna lose more time. So yeah, we're pretty much on cruise control until we get to our pit stop window. And here's Verstappen, who's just obliterating the field, just like in real life. Except that in this universe, he's not leading the championship as he comes into the pits for his stop. And Lewis Hamilton is also going to come in for his stop. And Alex Albon is the only one who's lapped in this race. That is sad. And here, Lewis Hamilton switching onto the medium tires, which is, yeah, they're going to wear off. They're going to be pretty much dead towards the end of the race. So we're on a pretty good strategy to try and basically get past Lewis towards the end of the race and get some points in the championship, because we're down by like 7 right now, which is bad. But yeah, here we go. It's going to be a very interesting finish to the end of the race, as lap 26 now, just a lap later, is time for me to come in for my stop as we switch over to the medium compound tires. These hards lasted pretty long, I think about 16 laps. They're only going to do 9 on the mediums. So yeah, Lewis Hamilton is going to be getting past us anytime soon, and I think Russell has a chance of getting past my Ferrari right here, because he's only 4 seconds behind Hamilton. And yes, he does. George Russell gets past me on the pit exit, and there's Alex Albon, almost a Charles Leclerc, almost getting past us. That would have been bad. But yeah, we're gonna probably get past Russell pretty easily. We're only like a second behind him. You know, just get these mediums proper heated up. Yeah. And there's Mick Schumacher and Pierre Gasly having a little battle right here. As Mick Schumacher gets ahead of Pierre, well, Pierre has the better exit because he went wider. Yes, he does get the better exit, but just slightly. I think Mick might have been using battery right there. As Pierre Gasly gets past the German driver. He probably just retained it, I'm not so sure. But yeah, Valtteri Bottas down in P10, Sebastian Vettel down in P11. That's sad for having a pretty good race up until now. As yeah, we've caught up to Lewis Hamilton quite a bit. I think we gained a second because on the pit exit we were 4.9 behind Lewis. So if we can get past George Russell soon, we're going to be on track to finishing P2. And that's not a bad recovery from starting P14. You know, I would love to get past Max Verstappen, but yeah, I don't think we will be able to. There's a flash there earlier. 3/10 behind him now. I think we're gonna have to wait for the DRS zone on the main straight to get past George Russell. He's right here, getting past the detection zone, getting a good run on him. We're gonna be setting the fastest lap because Sector 1 and Sector 2 are purple. Green Sector 3 because we're being held up. As we go down the inside of George Russell, fairly easy move. We have the fresher set of medium tires. As now we move on and begin the chase of Lewis Hamilton. Because he's only 3.6 ahead and it's very doable. And doable it is because we're now going on to the final lap right after here. So we're definitely not going to be getting past Lewis on the penultimate lap. But on the final lap, we do have a very good chance. We have fresher tires than him. We have the fastest lap. I think we're going to be setting fastest lap again. We have more than enough battery just to spam the whole lap. We're going to use all of it going onto the main straight though. DRS open. Can we get Lewis before the lap ends? I mean, before the start of the next lap? No, we can't. Not right now, but we are very close. Too close for comfort for Lewis Hamilton right now. He's going to have to put the best defense of his life. We're going to try the outside. Nope, not able to get wide enough. Can we try the outside here again? Nope, not able to get past him. We are utilizing the hell out of our battery though. We're at 47%. Yeah, I turn off because we would have got too close. There's just not enough room on the outside and now to make an overtake. As we did on... Who was it earlier? Carlos Sainz. No, it wasn't Carlos. It was Bottas. Yeah, it was Bottas. We're going to have DRS one last time here before the final stretch. But I think this is our last chance to overtake Lewis. No, we can't. Yeah, we're just way too far behind on that corner now. So we're going to be finishing in P3 as Max Verstappen crosses the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix. But it's really close between me and Lewis Hamilton. It's going to be a race to the line. It's going to be a photo finish as we finish 0.08 of a second behind Lewis.
Let's go, guys! Another win! Unbelievable!
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. Look at the driver's standings. It's a great result.
I would
for
normally
Lewis
be
Hamilton,
happy, but
who
we
is
lose
further
2
ahead to the
potential
top of
points in the
table.
world
Let's
driver
focus on the
standings.
driver of the day.
And
That's
yeah,
your big
that's
hit. Come on,
2 points is a
who do you
lot
pick?
in
Have
a
to
close
give it
battle.
to Maverick.
But
There
yeah,
was a lot
Sebastian
going
Vettel
on
nowhere to
all
be
down
seen
the
in the
field,
top
but
10.
they were the
At least
only
Valtteri
one who I
Bottas stayed in
really
the
felt
points. Yuki
maximised
Tsunoda
their
getting some
potential.
pretty
It's
decent
time to
points, I
check out
see.
the constructors'
Alex
standings.
Albon still remains
Mercedes
pointless.
continue to extend their lead.
Right here,
Meanwhile,
Verstappen actually
AlphaTauri's
climbs
strong
into
weekend
P4.
allows them to
He's only
continue
6 points
their
behind
march
his
up the table.
teammate, so
With that,
it's
we
getting
wrap up
pretty
another
close between the
weekend
two
of motorsport
bulls.
action. But with
You can
more
see there
races
George Russell
lined
also
up,
drops
we
behind.
shall
Esteban
enjoy it
Ocon
when
now
we
gets
come
into
back with
P10.
more Formula One.
So yeah, top 10 finish for Esteban Ocon, not bad from the Alpine driver. It's also a close battle between the two McLarens. And now AlphaTauri get past Haas in the standings. Because, yeah, Tsunoda and Magnussen are carrying. Oh my days. Yeah, the next episode is the Italian Grand Prix. Hopefully I can get that on time. I still haven't got the replay cams. Other than that, yeah, see you next time.